I call Grace the Force or the Grace. There's just only one of her.
She is a person who has such a unique combination of being incredibly smart, incredibly determined, very results-oriented, the consummate professional, at the same time that she is one of the most wonderful friends you would ever want to have.
And take a look at Grace's career and see that it's possible to do well in addition to doing good.
When I think about, in the law firm world, the idea of service and a culture of pro bono work, it really starts to me from the top down. And Grace was certainly someone who embodied that idea.
Lester Bauer Jr. has been on death row since 1984.
The Lester Bauer case was a capital punishment case, and we decided to take it on because it raised significant issues about actual innocence. And he had already been convicted and had already been in jail on death row in Texas for about 5 or 6 years.
Everybody was having a tremendous amount of problems getting lawyers. I happened to luck out.
We had people that cared about us and cared about justice, cared about the injustice that was going on, and fought valiantly, fiercely, for years.
We represented Les for 28 years.
And we worked very hard and were able to uncover a lot of evidence that showed that Mr. Bauer was innocent.
They were the first people to actually show that, there was hope, and we latched onto it.
We had hope, but we faced so many procedural barriers, so many barriers in the community.
The same court in Sherman, Texas, had held that we were entitled at least to a new sentencing proceeding. State appellate court rejected that.
31 years and 6 execution dates. I've been around the horn. I've been here before. I try not to let this bother me.
Well, Les was executed on June 3rd, 2015.
I can't even fathom the hours they put into our case, the effort, the tears, and God only knows the money. To us, that didn't mean as much as it did the love and the tears.
She's in a million different places at once.
Grace somehow finds time to do it all. I've never quite figured out how she does that. I think she secretly has 25 or 26 hours in the day.
One of the things that's extraordinary about Grace are the many different areas in which she is truly excellent. She is an amazing higher education leader. She's been chair of GW's board for over 6 years.
It's like drinking from a fire hose because there's a lot that goes on, especially now given the attacks on higher education and universities.
She took office at a very contested time. She saw us through COVID. She ushered in 2 presidential transitions, not just one. And through it all, she always maintained a sense of positivity and a sense of purpose. There is absolutely no doubt that GW was better off because Grace Speights was our board chair.
So much of her career and her time and her energy has been devoted to justice, to serving others, and figuring out how she can make the world better and really dedicating herself to that.
When you're early in your career and you have a leader of that magnitude believe in you, it really changes you.
I think one of the most important things that she taught me was to always be looking behind you for that opportunity to open that door for someone else, to lift someone else up.
I honestly don't know what my career would have looked like without Grace, and I think one of the most notable things about Grace is that so many people can say that.
I don't think I would have a career at the level that it's at without her. She has opened doors for me, but beyond that, has reconstructed the hallways that I walk down. So I've never told Grace thank you, but she's retiring soon, so these are things I am thinking about, and I do get sad thinking about what it's gonna be like without her.
There's a lot of different kinds of people in law firms, and Grace happens to be one of the good ones.